is Britain, this sounds decidedly un-British.
I can't stop grinning at the way you were talking about the adverts. I was hoping that maybe you yourself would put out an advert looking for another wife. But hey, let me not suggest that for you. You may be in trouble. The reality is less than 1% of the global Muslim population, as well as sub-Saharan African population, practice polygamy. So you're talking about a very small number. And if it's done consensually between adults, whether you call it polygamy, whether you call it one-night stand, whether you call it sex without commitment or string or friends with benefit, what's the problem? At least when it comes to Islamic one, there is a commitment. You are taking oath in front of God that you will be loyal, you will look after one another, you will respect and honor each other's dignity and honor. You are getting married spiritually. I know it's not legal. I think that's far better than no strings attached sex. All you have to do is do a Google search and you will see so many adverts for people who are just wanting one-night stands. What Islam is saying, if you're going to be having one-night stands, you be responsible for it. You get married to them.
Okay, Ajmal, I mean, you make it sound so wholesome. But let me put this point to you. If I have a bit of how's your father, a bit of sauce on the side, which, by the way, I don't do, I wouldn't take my sauce on the side to a second country and marry them and bring them back and claim benefits. There's clearly an abuse going on.
Are you married, Martin?
I'm afraid I'm not available, Ajmal. Can you please answer my question? If you marry somebody in Britain and you take them abroad and marry them and come and bring them back and claim they're now my wife and they can get benefits, there's a loophole. It's not right.
But that's something the government needs to deal with. That's nothing to do with the religion or the Muslims or anybody else for that matter. What we have in Islam is a very simple solution to a social problem. What Islam proposes when it comes to exceptional circumstances, and I'll give a good example. You know, when the Bosnian War happened, when 9,500 to 10,000 men were massacred by the Serbs in Srebrenica, United Nations supervised and EU governed protectorate, it was declared for many years, Bosnia as it was developing. We had to make law so that men would take more than one wife because there were so many, something like 10,000 in one small area where ladies were on their own, single parents, vulnerable. So what Islam proposes is, instead of leaving people vulnerable, take responsibility, man up, as we say. And of course, when you're getting married to somebody, it is from those who are needy, somebody who is a widow, somebody who is single parent, somebody who is an orphan, somebody who is destitute. From them, God says you can take your second wife. And most importantly, it is a sociological solution to a bigger problem. And biggest problem we have in our society today is extramarital affairs. I don't know whether you have done the studies. I have done.
Well, I think there are bigger problems, Ajmal. But Ajmal, we have to leave it there. You call it man up. How about it's actually woman up and up and up and up.